We're at part 3 of the Metroid Fusion commentary.
Part
Water
3,
level.
Sector 4.
Do
do do do do do do do.
I also like that
what
they
was
just
that
give
you were
you
humming
the
just
map
now?
to begin with.
The Mario
That's
Wonder
always
Water
nice.
theme, Al.
Oh. Do do do
That's
do
it.
do 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 do.
do do do.
So Sector 4 is the aquatic section, if you couldn't tell by this point.
Though at this point the water is dangerous, so you don't want to go into it. It's
Yeah, it will
electrifying.
electrocute you, and because of that, your area you're actually rather limited this time around. Because Sector 4 actually is one of the biggest sectors in the entire game. But
We
you
actually
can't-
don't come back here for a really long time.
Yeah.
After this, it's like towards the end of the game.
And it's very dark.
I will say that Sector 4, both of the Sector 4 themes are really great. We
I
won't
never bother to listen to the music of this game for some reason.
Fusion has a pretty good soundtrack. I wouldn't say it's the best Metroid soundtrack.
I remember Fusion more for its battle themes than level themes.
Well, once we get to the underwater section of Sector 4, which is until the end of the game, but that's my favorite theme in the game. But it does what it needs to do. It's atmospheric and stuff. It's just it's not as memorable as any of the other Metroid themes, like especially the stuff from Metroid 1 or Super Metroid, or Prime 3.
Actually, thinking back, I don't even know what I would consider my favorite soundtrack. I think Prime actually is my favorite.
Yeah, I was gonna say Prime's probably my favorite overall.
I have a question. What are those little yellow blobs you're collecting?
Oh, those are the X Parasites.
Those are the X Parasites.
You get them
Okay.
for health.
The X Parasites, pretty much what they do is they infect something and then they can copy it. And then, so we're basically killing clones of everything. But since Samus has the Metroid vaccine, she can pretty much eat the X Parasites and get health and missiles.
Or missiles.
which
I don't know
doesn't
how
make
they
sense.
become missiles, but whatever.
By the end of this game, she'll never want to have this
Science.
fucking Jello pudding snack ever again.
But what about a Jello pudding pop?
Oh,
Or
that's
the
not
yellow
good.
devil? Aha, Mega Man reference.
Looks like someone already killed Samus for us. This is going to be
Oh.
an easy power-up.
Well, okay, I can understand not getting that energy tank because you have to go really out
I
of your way.
usually do go out of my way to get that one, but not now.
Well, I
You're
mean,
just taking the damage.
well, usually I've got like 6 energy tanks at this point, so
Well,
I usually need them for fighting Samus, which is one of the more annoying bosses in the game.
Okay, now we have Samus, aka the monster that probably blew out your Game Boy Advance speakers when you first played it. Because this guy is incredibly fucking loud.
I will say that Samus' boss music theme kicks ass.
Yeah, I do like this theme too.
So basically what you gotta do is you gotta,
Stand
shoot it-
there and wait for its head
Stand
to
there.
explode.
Whale
Shenron,
in
what
its
have they
head.
done to you?
Not Shenron.
actually, if you hide in the bottom left corner of the screen, Samus will very rarely go there, so it's pretty much the safest place in the entire...
But you won't go anywhere either. To me, I'm okay standing right here because I pretty much already got Samus' pattern down. It's a bit unpredictable when he's in speed booster mode. But if you're able to get in point-blank range of the charge shot, you can take him down really quickly.
Yeah, if you're playing the game for the first time, I'd recommend sort of hiding because he can, if you're standing especially on those platforms there, he can take out your health if you're not careful, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot the bastard.
Damn it, I
Shoot
didn't
the
wanna
core.
do that. Now I gotta climb all the way back.
You know, it's funny you make that reference because I was about to say that boss looks like the fire dragons from Gradius 2.
Oh goody, we got the speed booster.
Speed booster, and honestly, I do not like what they did with it since Fusion. Because now,
Guess what time it is?
because there's no, not
Well,
yet.
no, we're
Not
not gonna
yet.
shine
Is it
Spark.
hammer
Oh,
time?
God damn it, no. We'll get to it.
But you know, because Fusion and Zero Mission and Other M do not have run buttons, you now have to run a certain distance in order for the speed booster to activate automatically, which I don't like. Granted, I always found the run button in Super Metroid a bit redundant, but still nice to anyway.
Well,
And I
it's
like how
essentially the same thing in Super Metroid, where you do have to run for a while in order for the speed
Yeah,
booster to charge up steam.
But I always felt that was more in control in Super Metroid of when I wanted to activate my speed booster.
Yeah, here you could just be running a while, then suddenly speed booster.
Well, it's not like going into speed booster is ever really a bad thing.
Well, because this game is designed around not having to be in speed booster all the time. But to me, Super Metroid was kind of... Well, Super Metroid wasn't either, but you still had the option of having you could speed boost through a lot of things, like bomb blocks and stuff like that. But, I don't know. Again, not really much of a big deal, but it's a little nitpick.
I'll live with the nitpicking.
I'd actually say that overall, I think that Fusion controls better than Super Metroid.
No, actually, no. Okay, well,
in some respects, yes. In some respects,
one of the
no.
major differences between Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion in terms of control is gravity. Super Metroid Samus is definitely a hell of a lot more floaty, but I like it like that.
I prefer Samus. I think I don't like the floatiness because then I'm sort of just wiggling around in the air and I don't feel like I'm in control. I think that Samus is a lot more agile.
I think the gravity works more for Metroid 1, where it's more cramped. But in Super Metroid, I like the floatiness in that better.
Because I'm actually the complete opposite of you, Ted. I think because of the floaty controls in Super Metroid, I feel like I'm more in control with Samus. I could do really acrobatic shit with Samus in Super Metroid that I can't do in Fusion, and it's all because of that altered gravity.
Well, that's just more of how the wall jump works in Super Metroid. I just feel like I don't like how jittery Samus is in the air. I don't feel as confident when I'm trying to make jumps.
Well, as someone who likes to wall jump all over the place, I prefer it.
I just think that the GBA Metroid games control better.
You can definitely tell who's the old guys here and who's the young kid.
I have nothing interesting to say.
Then why are you here?
Then you don't deserve to be.
Because you love me.
Yeah, that is true.
Because you were desperate to have another guy.
Well, Al, if we ever get bored, just pull out a Sandra Lee book.
Fuck you! You gotta have somebody as the straight man.
Or we could go into Food Network humor.
Yay!
This is an interesting thing with Sector 3 because Adam pretty much says that the X haven't gotten to Sector 3 yet, and
So
when we
let
open
the X get in here.
no, but here's the thing. Does X don't? Adam says that the X haven't gone in here because the level 2 hatches are open, but we can get in here without opening the level 2 hatches. And besides that, as soon as we open the level 2 hatches, they all just suddenly come in. It's just like, how do they know that the hatches are suddenly unlocked? It's just like,
Samus, this place is lacking a severe amount of X Parasites. Let's spruce it up a bit.
Nah, I just like whenever they talk about X Parasites in this game, I just forget the parasites and think X is in Sector 2.
Every time they say X, I'm thinking of Mega Man X.
You cheat ass again.
well, it's a lot easier
Like,
to just
X
jump
in this
into
game?
that.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah!
What do you mean cheap ass? That's how you're supposed to do it.
I just run and jump.
X is in this game. I get to beat the shit out of some Reploids.
You open the green doors.
Da-na-na-na.
Way to go, Samus. Now the X Parasite.
It's just like as soon as you open
I
that
guess
latch, the
Samus
X
is going
Parasites.
green.
It's just like as soon as you open that latch, the X Parasites immediately enter. It's just like I sense something. The doors in Sector 2 the Sector 3 are open. Let's go, guys.
Sector 3 is open. It's free for picking. Yay!
Now we can go rape that village.
Yay! Monster rape.
And burn the orphanage.
Oh, fuck these guys. They're back from.
just keep holding up. They won't touch you.
That's what he wants you to think.
That's the only missile tank that you're required to get in the entire game. So if you want to, you can't technically do a 0% run.
No. Oh, I'm pretty sure people found a way.
Yeah.
No, well, you can't
And
legitimately.
those people
do a
are
0%
Japanese.
They're always away.
I missed my super missiles already.
We're about to get
Meanwhile,
them.
in San
Stop your
Albans
bitching.
Zone,
But I want them now, Ted.
Okay, well, fine. You can have them now. See, there you go. Super missiles. You happy, Ryan?
Look at me glow all those colors.
I want
I'm
my
feeling
shine.
quite fabulous.
I want my screw attack, Ted.
Fuck you, no.
Aww. I have my gravity
Wait,
suit
hold
now.
on. No.
Shine Sparko!
Oh, that didn't last very long.
Whoa!
At least you finally managed to go left with one.
Meanwhile, football tackle.
Since we recorded that playthrough, John, have you ever gotten to football tackle the one boss you could do it in?
What, someone
Super
Dragoon?
Metroid?
No,
Yeah.
I still haven't done it yet.
Oh my
It's
god, it's
really
the
hard.
spider boss. The Super Contra 3.
This is actually one
Everyone's
of the-
made that comparison now.
This is actually
Really?
one of the more. This is one of the more annoying bosses, just because it's a lot. It's kind of irritating trying to get to him without getting hit. Some of the times, depending on.
Are you
where the-
seeing this, Ted?
Well, I mean, this is like with my luck, he always drops the bombs closer to himself, so the fire's in the way. Whenever I get
Yeah.
hit by the fire before I can go
I can
shoot
understand.
at
I
open
can
parts.
understand what Ted's getting at here. Because there are times where the security robot is working with me, and there are times where it's not. But is it one thing I've got to give credit for in Fusion that I like more than Super Metroid is its sound design. I love the way the missiles sound so much in this game.
They sound
to me,
heavy.
they sound like they pack a fucking punch. You know, it's one thing I love doing, especially
Shoulder tackle.
with the
Oh wait, you
security.
can get the energy tank that way? I always just bomb underneath, and then there's one of those little pillars that pops up.
Oh, it's these fuckers.
Yeah, thankfully you can just pretty much ignore them. I think they die after one super missile anyway, so they're not hard.
I love missile spamming against a security robot because it sounds like I'm doing a lot of damage to him.
I just like what they did with the super missiles. It's not some sort of extra thing. It's stronger missiles.
It's an upgrade. You
I
know,
mean,
similar-
granted, you get it a little bit too early for it to be noticeable, but still, I appreciate it.
No, actually, super missiles at this point in this game are about 3 times more powerful than regular missiles.
Well, I mean, what I mostly mean is that we spend so little time with normal missiles that we don't really appreciate the upgrade as much, I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Then okay, yeah, I guess I can see what you mean.
Well, I don't find any normal enemies particularly hard in this game. Is the thing, though.
It's not so much any specific enemy, it's just more, you after a while you tend to run out of health in some of the harder parts of the game, especially since the enemies do damage whenever they do hit
I don't know.
you.
I always found them more useful in Super Metroid, where enemies stand a chance. In this game, I don't feel like many. After you get like the first little bit where you actually get some health, I don't feel like any of the
what's going
enemies
on?
actually have a chance.
What the hell does Anonymous want with Samus?
We do not forgive, we do not forget.
What does Samus do?
She is the 1%
Adam,
of.
I want you to pizza bomb her house. That is an order.
She is the 1% of Chozo technology.
Why does 1% of bounty hunters have JoJo technology? 99% do not.
Occupy Samus.
Oh,
Ew.
that's a heartbeat.
That sounds like that sounds like a porno foot.
Well, have you been on the internet, Johnny? Oh, finally, Varia suit. Oh, this is where we get the cold X Parasite. Fuck these guys.
Yeah, I hate these guys my first playthrough too, but
I
do
think they can do over an energy tank worth of damage at this point in the game,
no,
actually.
they do 30 units of damage.
Oh, 30 units. Well, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you actually use a recharge room. How about
He's
that?
out of missiles.
I'm out of missiles.
That's no
She's weak to
excuse.
cold, but she's weak to cold, but they didn't even bother having like a heating element in her fucking suit.
Well, I mean, this is you have to understand that this is immediately after the surgery. She takes another mission. You know, I'd take
she
like
was
a
sent
week
to
off.
this new mission immediately after the surgery was done.
I mean, I'd take a week off, but Samus is really devoted to her job, apparently.